In terms of learnings from the pandemic, over the last 18 months, obviously every single real estate market in the world has been impacted by COVID. And we saw the immediate impact of that in mid-2020 here. The lockdown came very quickly, and understandably, people were more cautious with their investment decisions, given all that uncertainty. And we saw a couple of months where that hesitancy was really apparent. But then straight after those couple of months, the sales rebounded. The Lennox, our property in Airport, sold out, and the sales and inflows rebounded very, very quickly at the end of last year, and we actually exceeded our growth expectations for this year. So in terms of the impact, it was sudden, but it was relatively short. Now that we've had a bit of time and space to look back on the last year and a half, it seems to me there's a few key learnings and things that became apparent throughout the pandemic, which has helped drive our sales growth. One of those, which is really important, is reliability. I mean, in Ghana, Accra is littered with projects which aren't finished yet, that got delayed, that have been cancelled. And during the COVID period, because of economic uncertainty, logistical challenges faced by the construction industry, everybody can see that those problems have worsened. And so to us at Clifton Homes, we take our commitment to deliver most seriously. And we were determined to keep it that way despite the pandemic. So we were happy to deliver Embassy Gardens in December 2020, with our Phase D clients getting their keys ahead of schedule. And we'll be happy to hand over to our Lennox clients in Airport Residential in just a few months' time now, in Q2 2022. So that reliability has become more important. It's always been important to intelligent investors in Ghana, but COVID has made it even more so. The second key learning that we've seen is the importance of what we call urban well-being. So we talk about this a lot, and we're big advocates of it, the ability of the built environment to impact people's health and happiness. And during the pandemic, this has become starkly obvious. All over the world, urban residents who lost their ability to carry out their normal social connections, access to green space, access to fitness facilities, those people suffered the most in terms of mental and physical well-being. But those residents who are lucky enough to live in well-designed city developments, well-designed city communities, were supported by their built environment. And that really proved to us why this philosophy is so important. At Embassy Gardens, our residents there throughout the pandemic had access to 3 swimming pools, the gym, green spaces, and also the comfort and security of knowing that utilities and the basic everyday elements were being taken care of. Another learning for us has been kind of linked to the previous point, has been the importance of facilities management. So not just a learning for us, but I think a learning for buyers is the importance of facilities management when uncertain times come around the corner. Around the world, suddenly everybody was put in a situation where they had to spend 90, 100% of their time at home. And so the security and the comfort of that home becomes so much more important suddenly. And in a communal development, that very much relies on the quality of the facilities management team. In Accra, where lots of areas suffer power outages, water outages, it's even more important because of the need to ensure a reliable service in terms of those base utilities. So at Clifton Homes, we develop and then manage all of our developments ourselves post-completion. And in those first few weeks of COVID, I was so grateful for that, because it meant we could take swift, proactive action, and we weren't relying on a subcontractor who was being, challenged left, right, and centre from all their clients. We were able to put our residents first. So We immediately increased our stocks of fuel and water. We immediately implemented increased cleaning and hygiene protocols. Because of just the uncertainty of the situation, a lot of our clients were worried about security generally in Ghana, and so we increased our security protocols as well. And once those essentials were taken care of, we turned our attention to some of the other aspects. Our FM staff, we were able to bring them and the maintenance team on site to have accommodation on site, so that despite the travel restrictions, they were there for our clients 24 hours a day. Another example, we arranged door-to-door delivery for our residents who were at some of our developments and stuck in quarantine. So the FM team really came into their own over the past couple of years. And it's been a challenging time, that's for sure, and a steep learning curve, because nobody had faced this situation before. But I think it's been a really useful experience, and our FM team has strengthened as a result. And as I said, I think clients now are putting an increased focus on that when they're making their buying decisions. One final point, if I may, about the learnings from the pandemic in the last couple of years is definitely just generally about resilience and resilience of the Ghanaian real estate sector. I think it speaks volumes that this year, 2021, will be a record year for Clifton Homes in terms of sale, which is incredible given the global turbulence we've had over the last period. I think our buyers understand the long-term structural drivers of growth in the Ghanaian real estate sector, and all they want is a developer that can help access that, a reliable developer which can weather the storms when they come. So we've been delighted to see that robustness in sales, but also in the rental market. That's another great indicator. As you would expect, the middle of 2020, the lettings sector was hit hard across the city as travel restrictions came in. But by Q1 2021, our customers' portfolios were back to where they were just 12 months before, seeing our typical 10 to 14% yields. So I think that resilience in the sector is good, not just for Clifton Homes, but for the future development of Accra in general.